This is Audrey Benjaminsen, and I'm at Spectrum 2015, and this is an amazing picture that she has on her board up here that I've asked her to tell us a little bit about how she made that picture. What's the process? How did you start it?
Well, I usually start off definitely sketching first to get the most genuine lines and shapes and all those, like, the basic design elements out of your head and have them be the most genuine as possible. And I think the best way to do that is to just spit it out onto paper. And I'll do that first, and then find information gather. Now I go on my researching and the internet and stuff, and I find specific things to research. Like,
but that costume was obviously a key part of it.
Right. And after I have like a happy sketch that I feel reflects like the integrity of my work, I'll go in and research specific things like cat anatomy and combine it in research. I want to get like the right era and details on dresses. So I looked up older pictures of Queen Elizabeth I, who is one of my role models, and
now, did it start as a small sketch or?
Oh yeah, I think I work best sketching small because it's easier to move elements of the design around because it's in a smaller space. And what I do from that point, after I have figured out a couple things and I have a sketch with the integrity that I want, I'll actually go and blow up that small sketch, like with a projector or like a laser projector, like on a board, and I'll just put the gesture in, and I'll just put the gesture in on the board, and then from there is like intensive research time, continuing the research that I did with looking up costuming and anatomy and stuff, but it's all building on top of the sketch that I initially was happy with. And so I feel like that's like the most fun part for me because I trust the design that I made already and I'm just decorating it, with the research. And yeah.
Now, exaggerating the face, is that a cat?
Yeah.
And so you really exaggerated it in a very fun way. Does that come natural to you, or do you have to work at that?
I think at this point you can stop yourself from it happening if you research too hard first. But if you let yourself sketch and really get that like organic self out in the initial like thumbnail, it'll follow through. And sometimes it's not easy, but and so like after I get that on the board, I kind of like I look at the image and I think like, okay, now what medium can serve this? What medium is going to help this come to life?
So what medium did you finish this in?
And I work a lot in digitally coloring and stuff, but I thought I was in a media class in college at the time, and we were learning a lot about different watercolor and gouache techniques, and I had tried actually a couple versions of this piece in different mediums, and I found that like the edge quality that I discovered for the background and in the lace and stuff, that like the edges that the watercolor created with the thin lines of the lace headpiece and stuff. I don't know the proper name for it,
right.
But I should maybe know that. I like that. So I scanned multiple versions of this piece into Photoshop, into the computer, and then I took what I liked about each painted version that I did, and I merged them together.
So there's like different parts there from different drawings.
Yeah, so I've created this image several times and picked like the best working parts of each experiment.
So the final version is in Photoshop, combining all these drawings and different layers and putting it all together.
And it's a really fun way to work because when I was doing it in gouache, I was finding I had a difficult time getting the lace as crisp as I wanted. And I came up with a simple solution to inverse the line work on Photoshop of the graphite in Photoshop.
Oh, great.
And then intensify it with painting over it in different layers, and I got it to look how I wanted, which I wasn't achieving in different mediums. And I've used that, like the inversing the line work and integrating it in with the rest of what I have going. I've used that a couple times since then. So it's like you make notes when you have an experimental process. And you can have this with any kind of like, you know, creature design and stuff. And, you know, sometimes it's harder when you have like, you know, deadlines or clients and stuff. But you know, the more you record.
So how did you decide when you were done?
When I was done, it's always hard. I mean, let's be honest, it's hard.
You just keep working on it till you
It's
can't think of
hard
anything
to-
else to do to it, probably.
I give myself like a grace period, like maybe like a week where I don't look at the piece. Like after I'm tired of working on it, I give it like a week, and then I look at it after a week, like close the window, open it up. If something jumps at me right away, like a last minute fix I need to make, either like a value change or just like, oh my god, like that shape is just like, how did I realize the hand was so small? Like that's ridiculous. Or, you know, just something really obvious, but I won't look at it for like a good couple days.
Right.
And then if the last minute something jumps out, or if the last minute I go, damn, that looks good, like then I'll know, and then it'll be time. But I think it's a matter of just not looking at it for a couple days, and then you'll know if it's done.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And what's one last thing? I just want to show them a picture of the fairy you won an award for last night at Spectrum here. It was this one, right?
Right. I did a.
That's the one they showed a picture
Yeah,
of.
I did a series of fairies for like a fun experimental project to just build my portfolio and push my my drawing skills, and they selected it for an honor last night, and I couldn't be more happy to have something personal be, you know, representing me to the people I respect. So
Very exciting. All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.